everyone, my name is Darya Nesterova, and now I'm going to present you my research paper which I have been doing throughout the semester, and it is called Benefits and Drawbacks of Using English as the Major Undergraduate Subjects Language of Instruction. Let's have a look at the outline. So now I'm going to tell you about my research purpose, research questions, significance, main concepts of literature review, methodology, results, further research ideas, and conclusion. Let's start with the purpose. And the purpose of the paper was to identify the benefits and drawbacks of using English as the language of instruction in undergraduate's major foreign language courses. Here you can see the research questions first. The question about the benefits. What are the benefits of studying major disciplines in English in frames of undergraduate foreign language course? And second, what are the drawbacks of studying major disciplines in English in frames of undergraduate foreign language course? Talking about the significance, English is a part of the trilingual policy in Kazakhstan, and the advantages and disadvantages of using English as a language of instruction in faculties and specialties connected to foreign language seem to be a relevant question in frames of our Kazakhstani higher education. Talking about the advantages of that have been identified through the process of literature review. First of all, the researchers claim that the improvement of students' communication skills is observable, and also diversification of future employment prospects is thought to be the advantage of using English as the medium of instruction, which means as the language of instruction. Another advantage that has been identified is the rise of competitiveness of the graduates in the global market. Next, some of the researchers claim that using EMI enhances the development of intercultural competencies and mental growth in the learners. And the last one, language skills improvement is observable. Moving to the disadvantages. Some of the researchers said that rejection of the EMI is the process that seemed to be popular in some countries. And the reason for that is that it replaces or may replace the native language inside the academic context. Research in Kazakhstan showed that the disadvantage of using EMI is the lack of resources in English or the lack of specialists. Also, some of the researchers claim that it retards the process of acquiring the content, and also the fear of communicating in English is present during the lesson. Some of the findings show that students prefer having examination in the native language due to less time consumption and simplicity. Next, students of middle and low ability are expected to have difficulties in studying with EMI. And the differences in university curriculum management, cultural issues, and the number of duties of lecturers, which is quite high, are considered as the problems of such an approach. Talking about the methodology, the research includes mixed method, which means that there is a quantitative data and qualitative data, but both of them were gathered through one tool, which was a questionnaire. It had multiple choice questions, both singular answer multiple choice questions and multiple answer multiple choice questions. And qualitative research was done due to the open-ended questions to gather additional ideas of the participants for the sake of diversity of opinions and to minimize the risks of prescribed and biased answers, which means that to gather the data, the opinions about advantages and disadvantages, first, the participants were asked to choose the answers in multiple choice questions, and then they were given the opportunity to share their own unique ideas which were not stated by the researcher. And it is necessary to state that random students of the third year of the two foreign languages specialty in SGU were selected as the participants, and they were selected through the messengers, which was quite convenient method, not time consuming, and it allowed to have meaningful and effective communication with the participants. Now, let's have a look at the results. As it can be seen here, more than a half, slightly more than a half of participants, which is 57.1%, feel very confident when studying the material in English, since they marked their confidence as 5 out of 5 in the Likert scale. 35.7% of participants feel confident when studying through MI, and 7.1% of participants rated their confidence on 3 out of 5. Now, coming to the advantages, quantitative data showed that 85.7% of students find that their ability to improve English skills in a professional context is the advantage of using EMI. 73.8% of answers were on the positive effect on future studying abroad prospects. And 57% of participants find that they may be competitive in the world labor market and they may develop their cognitive abilities. The least popular option was the opportunity to find greater amount of professional literature. It should be also stated here that the question was multiple answer, so participants had the chance to choose more than one option. And the qualitative data was analyzed through the process of coding, and the following themes were identified, the following unique themes. It should be also claimed, it should be also mentioned that other themes were matching the already mentioned options of the closed-ended questions. So the unique themes are communication skills improvement, confidence while studying with the English as a medium of instruction. So students feel confident in their abilities and their knowledge, and increasing cultural awareness. Disadvantages. The quantitative data shows that 38% of answers was the lack of knowledge and lowering self-esteem. 26.2% understanding and carrying out the assignments is difficult for the students. And 23.8% of participants have chosen the answer obstructing the comprehension of the lectures and difficulties to engage in seminars. The following qualitative data shows that students find that their level of native language is low in comparison with the level of English. However, Other students face difficulties when delivering ideas in English since it's not their native language. Following this idea, for some of the participants, it's difficult to understand the material and teachers when the information is taught in English. Also, some of the students proposed the reason for that, which is low language proficiency level. So the difficulties may be caused by low language proficiency level. Now, it should be also mentioned that students were asked about their opinion on whether advantages or disadvantages overweigh each other, and 100% of participants claimed that advantages overweigh the disadvantages, despite of the number of disadvantages that was mentioned. Further research ideas. The research may be prolonged in the frames of the same methodology, but greater number and varied groups of the participants. For example, students of first and second year or senior students. In addition, research may be done among the students of other universities or other specialties. And other methodological approaches may be implemented to deepen the research framework. For example, experiments, case studies, or anything else. In conclusion, the researcher has identified that the participants find the approach of English as a medium of instruction effective and good enough, and emphasize the positive sides upon the negative ones. This research may contribute to Kazakhstani education since it provides the data which can be considered as the perspectives of the students exposed to such a system. Thank you for the attention. Goodbye.